It does that all the time, doesn't it? It just like, we're back.
Woo!
No warning, but we're back.
Just had time to do me fly up then.
Right, okay. Too much information, Paul.
Sorry.
Right. Dawny's back in the room.
I think I'm working properly now.
Whee! You sound better, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what had happened. I had too much stuff open.
Right, so let's get this show on the road. It's a little bit later than usual. Dawn was out metal detecting, and then she had a snooze and completely forgot about us.
I was only an hour late. That's not a lot.
Are you normally late then?
Not really, no. Usually exactly on time for everything. It's just that it's been a long day today. Like I say, I set off at 8 o'clock this morning, didn't get back till 6. And
I know.
Had a little nap.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Faye. I don't blame you because it can be exhausting. And I presume you drive. Did you drive there?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back.
All right, fair play.
Yeah. So do you want to?
I
know everybody because you are a superstar. And I know everybody most probably already know who you are, but do you want to introduce yourself to everybody and just...
My name is Digger Dawn, and I'm a metal detectorist from Lancashire.
Hello, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn. And yeah, you have got loads of subscribers, and you are famous, and everybody says, "Hey, Dawny, Diggy Dawn." Do you get many people shout out your name?
Well, was it last Saturday? Yeah, it was in the last video I put out. I was digging in a field with a group in Clitheroe, and I could hear this voice going, "Have you found out?" And I looked round, and there was a little guy on top of a roof, and he was like, must have been doing roof repair or something in the distance, and you could hear him going, "You dig it on." So he's got to be the funniest one.
Yeah, it's got to be weird, knowing that, just a complete stranger out of nowhere is like, "Hey, Digger Dawn."
Well, it is a little bit. I think because a lot of people that follow me all the time, they always believe that they sort of know me in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because I do, you get to know me, don't you? And they'll stand in front of me chatting away like they know me, like I'm a sister or something. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure who you are.
Yeah, that is the only thing, isn't it? Because everyone does feel like they know you because they watch you online, and it is just, and it's, do you know what? You made it more, for me personally, you made it more acceptable for women to go out and metal detect.
Oh, thank you, Roseanne. If that is the case, and that's true, I think I'd be very, very happy.
That is true because, I've only been metal detecting a couple of years, and before I actually went out and bought a metal detector, obviously I watched, and it was through the first lockdown, I started watching YouTube videos, and at the time, you were the first female detectorist I came across, and a lot of my friends did take the mickey out of me because they were like, "Oh, it's just full of old men and anoraks and weirdos." Do you know what I mean? And I said, "No, if she can do it, then so can I."
What? That's really, really nice of you to say that. It feels like all warm inside.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It is.
And I've still got the pin-up, Dawn, for the H400.
Oh, yeah.
That came out in the mag. I've got it there.
I did have some more. I had some pictures with an AT Max, but I don't know where they went. They disappeared somewhere. So
the H400, I was the penultimate. That was the picture, babe. It really was. That was the cool pick.
So how long have you been metal detecting for, Dawn?
Just over 7 years now, so it's not that long really, and compared to what some people have been. Some people have been doing it about 40 years, haven't they? But I've learned quite. It's a regular every weekend, 7 years.
So, what made you start metal detecting?
Well, I found a coin when I was 13 playing hide and seek on a building site, and it was one of them
As you
charged
do.
third. It was a charged third spade guinea token, the token ones. And I didn't worry what it was at the time. And I thought it was Roman and everything. I was dead happy with it. Obviously, there was no internet or anything, so I had to go to the library and I was trying to find out what it was. And after that, it just always made me wonder what was in the ground, you see. But then I always thought it was a bit anarchy. It was always full of strange men that were just about on their own, just... And I thought it's not the type of sort of thing you want to go up and have to speak to them because they all looked a bit anorak. So just put it to the back of my mind. And it was only when I saw one in Tandy for 50 quid, I thought, I'm going to get that.
So that brings us to, what was your very first metal detector?
That was it, 50 quid one from Tandy. Not Tandy, it was another one of electrical store or something like that. Yeah, so I had that for 3 weeks and then I got a Garrett Euro Ace. I realised it weren't up to much quite early on.
It's always Garrett. Has it always been Garrett that you're with, that you use?
Yeah, I've used Garrett's all the time, 7 years.
And which one's your favourite?
The AT Max, what I've got. But I know it so well. You see, I'm a big believer, and I know that people get new machines all the time. But I'm a big believer in the art of being a good detectorist and finding a lot is knowing your machine inside out and back to front.
Yeah.
And if you keep the same one, so you know everything about it. It don't matter if it's a 250. If you know everything about it, it's going to be far better than a brand new top-notch machine that you don't know how to work.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's 100%. Why that's why I've never jumped ship. I've always been happy with what I've found, and then and to be honest, I like Garrett's because they're very well made, you see. Whereas I'm a bit rough. I can break everything.
What was the first Ace machine that you used, Dawn?
Euro Ace.
Euro Ace. So that was what, the Euro Ace 350?
Yeah. Yeah, that one. It was a 350.
And then all of a sudden, the 400i.
Yeah, and then I got a 400i when that come out. And then I went straight from that onto the AT Max.
So we've got a question in the chat from Rob Random. Anyone from your work, i.e. school kids or anyone, found your channel?
Everybody. There's so many people watch my channel, including, I was quite horrified, the principal of the college.
Okay.
So yeah, the kids think it's fantastic that they've got a teacher that's a YouTuber. They can't hardly believe it, but they watch stuff and that. Yeah,
it's good that you've got so many supporters, really.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot at college. Since last September, I've been on a Wednesday. I've been doing metal detecting sessions for people who, with drug and alcohol problems. So they come out, that, and do a few hours with me, see if they like the hobby, and just to try and get them back into stuff. And I tell you, it's been great this year. I really liked it.
And wasn't it true, Dawn, that it's gone back a few years ago now? Probably, 4 or 5 years ago, that you took detectors into school so that kids could.
Oh no, that's recently. That was one of my classes. Yeah, I took them into. I mean, they all had like learning difficulties and things, and ADHD and all sorts of behavioural problems. And I took them out, and they were just mesmerised for 2 hours. They were talking to people nicely, like they might not have done. They were remembering facts that they would never have remembered. It was great. It was, yeah. Kids loved it. I mean, they say all the time, "Duncan, can you take us out metal detecting?" I'll tell you. Our work finished early. I'll take you one day.
Cool.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
And they just found a little bit of rubbish. I said, "What's this?" I say, "I think that's a bit of shrapnel. That is." I think, "Is it? Is it from a bomb?"
Yeah,
I get as much pleasure out of them finding little bits as what they do, because it reminds me of that very first, your very first go out and you're happy with a tent peg.
Yeah. I remember them days.
Question in there from Joe.
Michigan Gems. Dawn, what's your favourite find so far, and what's the one thing you want to find? Well, I think my favourite find up to now has got to be that little Roman silver denari that I found last year, because it was so detailed on both sides. And yeah, so that's got to be my favourite find. And the thing that I really want to find is a Bronze Age spearhead.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Bronze Age spearhead.
See, I imagine that to be quite a big signal.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Well, they're
quite,
usually quite. I've had an axe head,
you
but I
know.
want a spearhead now.
So I'm thinking it's a signal that I wouldn't dig, because I would imagine it to be, you know, you think
No,
it's going to be quite long.
Because it's, well, I suppose you could miss
You know?
them. Yeah, I suppose you could. Oh,
I mean, you do have to dig everything, don't you, really?
yeah. You can get used to stuff, but you can't ever notch anything out. You know, people say something like, "Oh, notch that out, and it'll get rid of such a thing." It doesn't, because they all come in at different things. I mean, I've got this one field that's full of gold milk bottle lids, and they come in at all sorts of numbers. I'm trying to clear them. I found a gold chain in it.
I know. I saw that video not long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I still can't believe that.
There you go. That's what happens if you persist and just dig them
Well,
gold.
it's got years
foil.
of clearing that field to get down to the proper stuff.
You have got quite good land.
Pardon?
You have got some nice land, because you're always finding some good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's not very historic, but it's been busy in industrial days.
Yeah. So, can you remember your first find with your, detector?
My Tandy thing.
Yeah.
It was a can of Strongbow cider. Squashed.
Empty. Oh, how disappointing.
That's what it was, a can of Strongbow.
And you've always been, because I always go back and I watch people's first YouTube videos. I do. And you've always been so, excited, and you've always had this, quirkiness and your silver dance. Where did that come from?
I just dance about when I'm happy. It just seemed like a normal thing to do.
Yeah, and you've always done that from your first videos. So
I used to do cartwheels and that.
Yeah, Mr. Cartwheels.
Eh? Oh, how come
Mr. Cartwheels.
I need to go on a diet first. My arms will snap.
Yeah, the muscles do tend to disappear as we get older, don't they?
Well, I think it was lockdown that sent me on a spiral of Chinese and crisps.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Lockdown did make us all a bit lazy, didn't it? And then and we carried on munching, and that didn't do us any favors. So do you tend to go out on your own most of the time, or do you tend to are you a member of a club, or
well, I sort of can go to any club I want to, really. That's one of the advantages of YouTube, I suppose. But I'd occasionally go out on my own, but I prefer to be with other people just for safety, to be honest, as well.
Yeah, so you've always got one person with you, or?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I mean, I always used to go out with Kev like a religion, but Kev's got a new job, you see, and it's sort of interfering with his weekends. So, that's had to change a bit that now. So that's why I go with Chris sometimes, or I'll go on group digs.
Inconvenient of him.
I know.
How bloody daring.
Interesting question from Jason coming up here, Dawn, about your
Benny Hill.
When you do find something wicked, you do your Benny Hill routine.
I'm giving away my secrets now, right? Because that Benny Hill music, it occasionally does get me, but what I've worked out is if I keep it to under 10 seconds, I get away with it.
So that's how you do it.
Keep it under 10 seconds. I mean, I'll get you sometimes, but I mean, most of the time, under 10 seconds, and you're all right.
There you go. There you go, Jace. 10 seconds.
There you go.
Don't be telling anybody else that, all my secrets.
There you go, Jace. You're used to 3 seconds, so you can have 10.
No, under 10.
Under 10. Yeah, that is good music to have, and it is good, it's good to know them sort of things, because we always get copyrights. We even took off air the other week when we were playing silly games on a live. And
Did you?
yeah, we were just playing stuff which was already on YouTube.
Well,
And
that's what's weird, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
another thing I can't understand. I mean, you can go on TikTok or Instagram, stick any old song on there, and that's fine. But you try and do a 10 seconds on a video, oh, that's it. You're like the spawn of the devil.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? I've not got into TikTok yet. Have you? I guess you're on TikTok since you mentioned it.
Well, I've got it just because of the social media thingy, but I'm weighing it up at the minute. It's totally. I'm weighing up what it's about. When I've worked it out what it's about, then I'm going to hit it.
Hit it hard.
Yes. And I've got a little plan today that I was telling Chris. Obviously, I can't share it with you because someone will nick my idea. But I'm going to do something this week. It'll be, but I think it's going to be Diggadon Randoms. It's going to be on TikTok.
Oh, okay. So just
That's
as and when.
That's all I'm going to say. You know, it could be a bit random.
You're not just going to give us an exclusive.
Nope.
Or a hint.
Or a hint. Well, she did. She said it's random.
A bigger hint.
It's something to do with the candle.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
That just sounds rude.
No, not that. No, you'll see. It's something useful.
Okay.
What everybody will want.
No.
One boggles.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm left thinking.
When you see it, everybody will share it, and you'll go, "Oh, remember she told us about that on our program."
I'll be going, oh, look, see? Saw it here first, heard it here first.
With my viral TikTok.
It will go viral.
It seems to be very easy to get likes and stuff on that.
Yeah, that's what who was it was saying? Someone keeps saying to me that TikTok is better than YouTube. And they keep saying it. They say,
It's a totally different platform and entity to YouTube.
Yeah.
They're not the same in any form.
I don't know the ins and outs of them.
And I think when people try and put YouTube things on TikTok, it don't work. Because it's a totally different platform.
Yeah, I've no idea. I think is it the man in the hat? He keeps raving about TikTok. Paul, no. you're better to correct me.
Yeah.
You know the guy I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen seems to be posting more on TikTok and raving about more interaction on TikTok than YouTube and breaking away from YouTube, but he's still on YouTube. So
so he's contradicting himself.
You know, who knows? I don't know.
So Dawn, tell us about the rings you found. Do you keep all the rings you find?
Yeah, wear them.
Yeah, I thought that because the other on one of your videos, you found a really, I think it wasn't it 22 karat gold ring?
Yeah, that's this one.
Is that the most recent?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you stuck it on your fingers and I was like, she obviously wears the rings she finds. I know, that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah, that one was see that silver buckle ring.
Yeah.
That was Victorian one. That's a favourite as well. And then that was a find. It was a New Year's Day.
Blow those up.
And then that one was a bracelet, but the design was so nice. I had it made into a ring. It was half a bracelet.
Nice.
That was a bracelet, did you say?
Yeah, it was like half a bracelet that snapped. It was twisted.
Oh, okay.
Like it would have had an hinge on each side.
Yeah. And were they field finds, were they? Or God, one day. One day, Do you have any sort of techniques when you go on a group dig, say? Do you look for pathways? Do you look on, is it LiDAR? Is that what it's called? Do you have any sort of tips you can give, like a
Well,
newbie like me?
I always go around the edge of places, because the edge of places, you would have found people sheltering on hot days from the sun, or from the wind and the rain. So there will have been always activity up and down the sides. Obviously, from gates, I always look them from, or if I can see a school and a church in the distance, I'll try and do, as the crow flies, from there to there, because that's how they used to walk in the old days, didn't they? Just straight across. So that's it. That's what I was thinking, sir. And then don't need to run across the field. Most people run like the findings are disappearing.
I know. I find it quite amusing, because I'll stay at the car for a little bit, and it's almost like they've opened up the dog hatches or something, or the horse hatches, and they're off.
Oh, no, it's like proper running sometimes.
Yeah. And
so our theory then of searching the hedgerows, Dawn.
Well, yeah. Well, not obviously in
where
it,
people might have been sheltering.
I go around the edges. I go gates sometimes across, and then I always think, it's good practice really to patch out an area and go very, very slow, and get every little signal. But I always I start doing that, and then I end up like just a zigzag. I just get in the zone, and I always think something, the spirit of the field can take me there. So that's not really much help.
No, but do you know what? I detect much the same. I usually look for the biggest tree.
Yeah, big trees, that's another one, yeah.
I think the biggest tree is the oldest tree, and let's go head for that.
Yeah, always round big trees, that was another one.
Yeah, or, a lot of my finds have been around the edges of field, but my crowtle bell I found in the middle of a field. So, yeah, I just sort of mosey about. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, we had a hoard on the last big tree we stumbled across. If you
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in one of my previous videos. We had a hoard of tin cans. Yeah, shed loads of bloody tin cans. Loads of them. Hundreds of them.
And he was doing his Cleggy impression.
Cleggy, yeah. All right, my lovers.
All right, my
lovers. I can't do it as well as Jason does it. Jason's got the accent down to a T. But yeah, my God, how many tin cans came out of there? Bloody hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the farmer just buried them. There's no other reason for it, really.
But it was the biggest tree in the field, as you say.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
But we found hammies up the edge of the field.
No, you see.
Yeah, in that same field.
I was hopeful of a hammy today. It wasn't happening, no. Didn't find one. Didn't find much of anything, really.
Now, on days where you don't find much of anything, do you still put videos out?
Yeah. That's one thing I've always done, just put out what I found that week. And, people always remember the good ones and they don't always remember the others. But they have a big following, so whether I find anything or not, people watch them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't just put good finds out. I put up whatever I find. And usually I may find one coin if I'm lucky, and the rest of it's rubbish.
Yeah, well, that's how it was today.
But that's how it is.
In fact, it was all rubbish today, I think. One bent coin.
But that's what it's like for most people, I don't see the point in. I know there are some people out there that will put just good finds up all the time, but that's not reality.
No, we don't find good stuff all the time.
No.
I mean, I'm happy with anything, me, as you know. I'm like, the smallest thing makes me happy.
That's like most of us.
Well, that's what I try and be like most of us, because there's no point like saying you're going to find gold every week, because it just ain't happening, is it?
No. So you've already told us what was on your bucket list, haven't you?
Yeah.
I have got a list of sort of questions here, but I think we've just sort of like chatted away. And what's your favourite lunch?
Oh,
When you take out detecting, prawn and cocktail Chris.
oh, well, it was Chris, but it's just been nothing like at the minute. Just water. Bit
What?
boring,
You
really.
you like trying to starve yourself?
We just had water today. Well, I'm going to Germany in June, see, so I thought we'll need to lose a few pounds, so start now.
Are you going on holiday or are you going detecting?
Going detecting to a German
Are you
metal
really?
detecting rally. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow, that would be good. Have you been before?
No.
Oh, even better. That'll be really exciting.
I'm going with Garrett, like as a Garrett representative.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
all bought and paid for. Even better.
I'll just be I'm going about on my own a bit. Well, I won't. I'll be with them.
Yeah. So
There's a question there from Rob Random.
Random. You know what? You just read my mind because today there was loads of molehills, and I didn't put my pinpointer in, but I run my detector over every single one because I live in hope that I'm going to find an ommy and a molehill.
And do you know what? If you go back, one of my Glastonbury videos, I went over a molehill, and there was the most beautiful Tudor buckle.
Well,
that
is
came
it?
out of the
Oh, you
molehill.
see, that's like a dream, that.
And do you know what? You don't find them that often, but just swinging over the molehills on a place I've been in, God knows how many times, and out it came.
Well, yeah, there they are. See, they do all the work with the little feet, don't they?
Yeah. But I mentioned it in the video, thinking, I wonder if that has come to the surface because of, do you know what I mean? Little geezer in there doing his thing. Do you know what I mean? So now I've got to find that bloody comment again so I can hide it. But yeah, do the molehills, guys. You never know. You never know.
really, see, I've not ever sort of ventured to the molehill because I wouldn't want to dig up. I wouldn't want to dig it up in case the little mole's there having a little snooze.
I did think that, but it was
Christmas
banging.
today,
It was
you
signal
put
was
like a
banging.
little
It just had to be done.
Just a brown thing.
Little geezer or not, it just had to come out.
What? Say that again, Dawn.
Well, it was just that Chris was trying to describe one today because I said, what would happen if a little mole come out? And I said, I wouldn't even know what one looked like. It looks just like just a brown blob.
Yeah, they do look kind of cute. Little brown blob with a little stout on it, you know. You shouting your dog?
Yeah.
What's she outside barking?
Rustling. Diggy! Yeah, I'll have to go soon anyway.
That's all right.
Like I say, I'm still not totally awake.
Dawn, I've got a personal question for you.
Go on.
All right. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's there's a thing in the community going on at the moment about doing a cloth challenge.
All right. No, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Going back quite some time ago,
I remember. I know what you're going to talk about.
3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember if somebody challenged you or you set the challenge up yourself, where you stuck your face in a.
Oh yeah, when I did a mud plant.
Pool full of
artistic society.
What the hell was that all about? And where did it start? Where did it get to? Because it was wicked to watch.
Well, I'd said to him, I can't remember where it was, but it was something going on in my group, and the challenge. If I hadn't done something, they were going to set me a challenge. You see, so the challenge was then to mud plant face first in a pile of mud.
Mm.
So obviously, because they challenged me, so then I set up I thought I'll do it for charity, and I set it up for Artistic Society, and then me and Kev looked round for the best muddy mud. Good fight. And then I just went, and it was just mixed with cow poo and everything. It was
no.
Tasty for about a week. Oh, but the thing with it is that because it done it a bit spontaneous, I didn't have any wipes to clean my face, and I had to drive home like that. And when I got out, the neighbour looked at me. She went, "Are you all right, John?" I went, "Yeah, fine." And it was just covered in mud.
No, it was cool. I remember watching it, and I thought, fair dues. You know,
Yeah.
got your
Rocky
face in there.
Mountain Life Prospecting. Dawn, you've been a direct inspiration watching your videos to get me back into the field, healing from back fusion, but back in the field running my AT Max. Well, I'm really glad that you're on the mend. And I've really, backache's not fun. I mean, I did move 2 ton of stone in my garden the other day. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures on Facebook. But
Yeah, I did.
I woke up on, what happened was, I woke up on Saturday morning. And I knew these bags would be coming, but I weren't sure which day. So I opened up to have a look at the weather, and the bags was there. And I was like, whoa, yeah, bags have been delivered. So I didn't even have a cup of coffee. Running straight out, got my spade. And then I shoveled for 2.5 hours the stones till they were finished. I couldn't stop until both bags were empty. And then I just thought, oh, I feel a bit like, but all right. So I tried to go detecting the next day, and by about 9:30, I couldn't do it. To come home, that's why there's no video tonight. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I did.
And then I've been out with Chris today, and the whole of my back's going, I'm still hurting,
Yeah, I did see that you were moving it, and that you had asked if you can just slice the bags open and stuff. Yeah, I would have just sliced them open, Dawn.
I did do. Oh God, there's no way you couldn't have emptied them bags without slicing them open.
No, and then I also saw that you were out detecting the following day, and I thought, sod that, I would have been aching.
Well, no, I wasn't. I got there, and I think it must have just been like numbness. I'm not sure. But by about 9:30, it started kicking in. By 10:30, I couldn't hardly bend my legs or anything. I just had to come home. So we dug 4 holes.
Oh, no, we all have days like that, Fo.
Yeah,
the will's there, but the body
drove
just
50 minutes to dig 4 holes, and then drove 50 minutes back.
I've done that, but it's, at least you wanted to go out. If the body don't want to let you, that's another thing.
And Diggy had a nice time. I took Diggy, so he had a good time.
Does he does he get in and dig holes with you?
Yeah, he's always got to get his head in and have a look what it is, yeah.
I wouldn't take mine with me, because she would just be a pain in the ass. She really would.
He's really good at clearing the branches out of the area, though, Dawn, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he was on a big tree. I mean, I'm going to put a little video out on Friday about what happened that day. But he's carrying big sticks around there and trying to drag a tree across the field. And
I saw on one of your things that you're actually present when a hoard was found.
Oh, on the Roman one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of it all happening. Talking instead of looking.
Oh. See, that's another thing. That's another, I'd love for someone, if not myself, but someone to find a hoard on a group dig that I'm on,
Oh, yeah. It's dead good fun watching how excited they are. It's great.
Yeah. Because you just feel the buzz as well. Right. So I understand you're tired. So
just one last question, Dawn, before you go.
Go.
And it's great to see you. Yeah. What is that hanging off the keyring on your mic?
This?
Yeah.
This? Well, it is. A guy sent it to me, and it's a George V penny, but it's really minter. Can you see how bronze it is?
Yeah.
So he's just sent it me as a gift.
Nice.
So I like feeling it and rubbing it, you see. So I leave it there so that I can sometimes just rub it like that.
Glad you volunteered that. I didn't want to suggest it. I'm glad you volunteered that.
Right. So thanks for joining us, Dawn.
It's a pleasure, and I'm really sorry I'm late. I really am sorry.
That's all right.
All right then. Take care then.
Take care, Dawn.
Take care. See you later.